Hello, everyone. This is my breaking up with alcohol story. So it is officially October 7th, 2018, and this is something that has been going around in my head for a long time because I've always been a problem drinker. Most of the time I have fun, most of the time it's not a big deal. I haven't done anything serious. Like a lot of people who stand up and tell their stories. It's not like I've gambled away all of my money or lost a relationship or anything along those lines. But I have done things that I can't take back. I have made mistakes that have caused a lot of guilt and a lot of shame. And I'm a regular blacker outer. It's really easy for me to do. And it always causes a lot of anxiety because the next morning I'll ask my friends, like, was I okay when I left? Like, was I rude to you? Like, did I do anything that I should know about? And people will say, like, no, you were fine. And so because of that, it kind of allowed me to make up these excuses for myself for a while, and be like, okay, well, it won't happen again, and this would always last a month, 6 weeks, something along those lines. I mean, not very long at all, until I was literally just back doing the same shit, right? And every time, like, coming at it with this place of extreme shame and extreme anxiety and the booze blues for days afterwards. My hangovers are so bad now that I can't function. Not normally. I feel terrible. And this year alone, I created a lot more healthy habits in my life. Started taking more care of my mental health. Started getting back into writing regularly, but just for me, doing a lot of these things that are getting me to the place that I want to be in the future, to the person that I want to be, not only for myself, but also for my family, for my partner. My father struggled with alcoholism. It runs in our family. I hate that word, actually. But we've all had our battles with drinking in different ways. And my dad got sober almost a year ago. And I am my father's daughter. We're very similar people, and that was something that I really pushed him to do and really encouraged him to do. And in doing so, it kind of just made me think about my own issues with drinking. And I thought back, my first breakup with drinking was when I was 19, and I was young enough to realize this isn't doing anything good for my life. This isn't where I want to be in my life, and this just isn't going to help me. And so I actually did a 28-day program when I was 19, and just tried to kind of get sober. Well, did get sober for 2 years, and really worked on my mental health and worked on the reasons that I was drinking in the first place and where it stemmed from. And after that, they told me, like, well, you're really young. We don't think that you have a problem. We just think that you need to learn how to control it, right? Like, that's what it always comes down to. And that's still what people say to me, like, yeah, well, just control it. Just don't get to that point. And that seems like such an easy thing to say, because I even say it to myself. I'm like, today I'm going to go out, I'm going to have 2 drinks, and then I come home 12 hours later and have all the excuses in the world, and the next morning I wake up feeling like shit. It doesn't work for me. This control it thing doesn't work for me, because the minute that I do well for a while, I think I have it under control again, and it doesn't work. It's not true. Twice this year I quit drinking. Once for 30 days and once for almost 2 months. And I always thought I had it under control, and when I would start drinking again, I would, because I would be really careful about it. But within a month, things were back to the way that they were. I was waking up with those same feelings. I was wondering if I offended anyone. And I've just realized I need to be done with this. I'm 30 years old. There are so many things that I want to focus on. I have goals that I want to do. I have things in my life that I really need to put my energy towards. And this drug specifically is affecting me very much. And it's really scary. It's scary to think of what a life will be like without it, but I've done it before. I know that I can do it. But of course I'm scared. And I'm making this video to hold myself accountable to that and to remind myself of all the reasons why I don't want to drink anymore. So if I decide or feel that I have it under control for some reason, I can watch this video and I can remember that I don't. And also because I think there are so many people out there that are gray area drinkers. You know, you don't fit the class of alcoholic, but you also definitely fit in somewhere in the gray area where there's a problem, right? Like where you're drinking more than you would like. And that's the thing that I know I'm going to get from this, is I know a lot of people will say, but I don't think you have a problem. Because it puts their own self on blast, you know, because then when someone says, I'm not drinking, it's a problem for me, we don't like it when people do things that are normal. You know, drinking is very socially acceptable. It is very normal. Most events are based around it. And the shitty events are made better if you can at least have a couple drinks. And I want people to know that if your drinking is too much for you, then that's enough. You know, if you're feeling shame or feeling guilt or feeling like it's something you don't have control over or just something that maybe you don't need in your life, then that's up to you. And you don't need to explain it to anybody else, but you definitely will get questions and you will get backlash and you will have people thinking like, well, man, if they stop, then I definitely have a problem. And it's not saying that anybody else does. It's not saying that your own version, like you might do all of these things and you might feel like, yeah, but it's okay, I have it under control. And that's you, and that's fine. And that's why I think this whole 10-step program doesn't work for everyone. I think that sobriety is something now that people are getting more conscious. You know, they're getting more healthy. They're taking care of their bodies more, and they're realizing like, oh, fuck, I don't want to live like this. You know, like this isn't taking care of me. This isn't serving me. This isn't doing A, B, and C for me that I see myself doing. So you need to listen to that, right? You need to know exactly what your limits are and exactly what's enough for you. And I'm 30, and it's October 7th, and it's enough. And I will continue to document this journey. I will continue to share some videos for people that are interested. I think I'm going to give myself a couple weeks until I share this one. I think this is just a private journey that I need to focus on for a couple weeks and, you know, spend some time writing about and spend some time thinking about and spend some time making some goals and really figure out where my support system lies and tell this to people, you know, to their faces so that I can be held accountable and so I can have a support system of people that love me. So that's it. Alcohol, I'm done with you. And I don't think it's gonna be as hard as I think. I think right now it's kind of shocking. But I'm trying to remind myself that I'm trading it in for something better. I'm trading it in because I want my life to be better. Because I don't want to have hangovers anymore. Because I want daily meditation and daily yoga, and I want to start my own business, and I want, you know, to move back to Mexico and to do so many of the activities that I love, and drinking is going to get in the way of that. So that's it. I love you guys. If you want to reach out to me, or if you have any questions or any words of encouragement or any non-words of encouragement, throw them my way. Love to hear it.